Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
Hello, welcome back. Sorry I didn't have a video up last week. I was sick all week and I wasn't able to film, unfortunately, but I'm back. I just got the new Fenty bronzers and highlights yesterday and I just wanted to put them all over my face, so I decided to just film a full face using all Fenty beauty makeup because I love Fenty and I've been wanting to do a full face tutorial using just one brand, so these came just at the right time. But anyway, this is the look I created. It's really quick, really easy, nice and summery and glowy, even though it's lashing rain outside right now. So if you want to see how I get this whole look, please keep watching. So I'm going to start off with the Fenty primer. I can't remember if this works for my skin type or not, but I'm going to do it for the tutorial. I'm just using like one pump. I've already moisturised my skin and did all the fun stuff. But I don't want to put too much on just in case it's matte or it goes too matte on my skin. And now in with the foundation. So I was going to use the shade 210, but it doesn't work. So I'll take the shade 200, and what I like to do with this foundation is I'm just going to dot it on first. And because this foundation is a matte foundation, which I don't usually go for because my skin's dry and it just dries my skin out. What I like to do with matte foundations is add some oil. So this is the Tatcha Beauty Oil and I just love mixing this with matte foundations. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take in my beauty sponge and I'm just going to add like a couple of drops like onto the sponge. And then just mix it on my skin. So it just helps keep the dewiness and it won't dry my skin out. I just find that adding the oil adds dewiness to it and just takes away the dryness. Obviously if you have oily skin, I would skip this step. But if you're dry like me and you have this foundation and it doesn't really work for you, try adding some beauty oil and see if that works. Or even like mixing some like really hydrating primer with it, or like if you have a MAC strobe cream, mix that with it. Anything like that will help. Just instant tanned. That's why my neck was so much darker than my face. I'm going over it with a brush because for some reason this sponge isn't great. It's just not doing what it's supposed to do. Now we're talking. So you can see with adding the oil, my skin's a little bit dewier rather than like full matte, the way the foundation usually dries down. Because I do actually like the foundation, but wearing it by itself is just way too dry on my skin. But you see how much nicer it is with the oil. My voice sounds weird. I know I sound very like nasally. I'm still trying to shift this bloody cold. I'm going in with my Fenty primer. I'm going in with my Fenty concealer in the shade 185. And I'm just going to highlight and conceal. I'll see if this sponge works for the concealer. I don't like it for the foundation. It seems to be a little bit better with this. So good. I'm still really into this concealer. I just like how fresh it looks on the skin. So I'm just going to add the tiniest amount of powder because the last time I used this powder it was a bit too dry for me, so I'm only going to use this smidge. This is the shade Butter. I'm just going to take a little bit on the sponge and I'm mainly just going to powder underneath my eye here, not all the way down. But like I have a little line here underneath my eye that like cakes in with my concealer if I don't set it. So I'm just going to set that. I don't want to take away from like the dewiness of the concealer and that. I like how it's looking. And I'm going to also powder around my mouth a little bit. It's like around my smile lines. Again, just taking a tiny amount. And I'll go in around my nose here too. Because we're going to bronze with the powder, I'm going to take the big Fenty brush. This is the 170 setting brush. I'm going to take a bit of powder on my brush and then just like smudge it into the lid. So it's literally only a tiny amount on it. And just lightly dust it around the outsides of the face. Because I don't want to take away from my dew, but I also need it to be somewhat dry for the bronzer to sit on. I'm obsessed with the new packaging. Look how pretty it is. Gold mirrored packaging. What's not to love? I know that'll be good for a contour shade, but this will be good for a bronze. So let's try Shady Biz. I'm going to try first. I'm going to use the same big brush because we're just going to use this to warm up the skin and bronze. Ooh, yeah. So I'm just going to warm up my skin with this. This is nice. It goes on nice and subtle. Then you can add more to bronze more. Okay, I'm going to try the more cool tone shade, which is called In the Sun. And I'm going to use this just to contour, just to see. Oh, this was actually the bronzer brush I was supposed to use. Ooh, let's go over it again. Ooh, I like this brush. This is like, it fits right around the cheekbone. It just like hugs the cheekbone. Ooh, I like this. Okay, I'm gonna just bronze a bit more just to try out the brush. Nice. This is a good brush. And then we have another bronzer brush, which is a 195. I'm gonna use this to contour. So I'm taking the In the Sun shade, and I'm just gonna go right underneath my cheekbones. Ooh. I just did my brows and I'm just taking a little bit of the Fenty concealer and just going over the lid. And the reason why I'm using concealer on the lid rather than primer is because concealer has coverage. The primer is clear, so it's not going to cover like my lid. I like to have like a clear to start with, like a smooth clear base. So I'm going to take my In the Sun bronzer. I'm just going to use these on the eyes. It's a bit light, Let's take Private Island, which is the darker bronzer. Oh yeah, this one's better. So I'm just working this in the crease. Bronzers are always great to use on the eyes because they always blend so seamlessly. I love having products that I can use in more than like one place on my face. Like I'll use blush on my eyes, I'll use lipstick on my eyes, I'll use everything on my eyes. I used to always wear my bronzer on my eyes. I think when I worked at MAC, just for like a real quick, easy look. I'm also going to take the same shade and just dust it underneath my eyes because, you know me, I have to put eyeshadow underneath my eyes. Just because my eyes are small, putting like a shadow underneath my eye just helps define it a little bit more. This is also one of the new Kilowatt highlighters, which is such a stunning shade. And the minute I saw this, I was like, gorgeous for the eyes. So I'm going to use this on my eyes as well. It's called Penny for Your Thoughts. It's just this gorgeous, rustic, bronzy, shimmery shade. All for it. Taking some of this on a flat brush. And we're just going all over the lid. Okay, I know my last tutorial was a bronzed look as well, but this product was just way too pretty not to use, so forgive me. I'm just gonna wet my brush. I'm just using some Fix Plus. I'm going back in with the highlighter and pressing it on top just to intensify that a little bit more. I'm just gonna take another little bit of Private Island, which is the darker bronzer, and I'm taking it on a smaller brush. and just going along my lash line just to deepen the underneath of my eye just a little bit more. Okay, because Fenty has no mascara yet, I'm sure they will someday. I'm taking this mascara from Milk Makeup. It's a Kush mascara. It is amazing. I only tried this last week for the first time and it is so good. I usually hate ones that are big like this, but this one just gives your lashes so much volume. I'm just obsessed with it. I think it's such a good mascara. If you haven't tried it, you need to check it out. And there's like not very many mascaras that I would hype up. Most are just average. This one is amazing. I also love the Marc Jacobs one because I use it in pretty much every tutorial. I like the NARS one as well, the Climax mascara. I like Maybelline mascaras. It just gives like a really nice curl to the lash. The volume, it just really kind of does it all. For such like a big brush, I'm surprised because I usually find like these big brushes just really don't give you any volume, even though they're supposed to. They don't, because I find that sometimes the brushes are too big to actually wrap your lashes around it and really like get the root of the lash up. But this one does it. I'm gonna pop these lashes on. I forget the name. I think they're like Iris Beauty. This is what it looks like, and there's no name. I lost the other part of it. I think I may have thrown it out. I will look online and see if I can find the exact lashes. When they're not my typical Lily lashes, I never know what my lashes are. And now I'm gonna take the new Killua highlighter. This is Afternoon Snack Mo Honey. I'm gonna take a bit of both for my inner corner. This might be a little bit dark for my cheeks, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Oh, it's actually not. That works. I just mixed the two. I feel like this is even extra glowy in comparison to the first Killua highlighters that came out initially. I feel like these are extra, and I'm here for it. I'm just going to use one of the newer Fenty liquid lipsticks. This shade is Unattached. I thought this would be a cute colour with this eye look. So this is it. I hope you like this look. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I really like this lid colour. And like what I love about Fenty is that like all the colours that they bring out will suit every skin tone. So like this colour that I have on my lid is just going to look gorgeous on pretty much everybody. No matter what colour your skin is, I just think it's just going to be beautiful on everybody. If you enjoy full faces using one brand, let me know, because I have a few more ideas. So yeah, let me know. And also thanks so much for all the feedback you left me on my last video in regards to like long videos, short videos and all that. I appreciate the feedback. And most of you were kind of down for a mix of both. There were a few people that hated long videos and a few people that preferred long videos, but I think I'm just going to try and do a mix of both and try and keep everybody happy. And I'm going to go because I'm getting more bummed up as this tutorial has went on. I hope you like this look. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.